My mom used to always tell me that crime never pays. So I took the advice and stayed out of jail. And the rest is history. I'm now roasting Boyce Watkins here every day in Black YouTube, and proud to do that. But you see, I listened to that old adage, and even in my 40s, it still works. Guess what? Crime, it never pays. One of the reasons why crime doesn't pay is because eventually you're going to get caught, and morally, crime is wrong. So even if you don't get caught, you're feeling guilty about it, and eventually when you do get caught, it slows down the rest of your life. But you know what? Sometimes being a thought doesn't pay. And it doesn't mean that you're actually practicing thoughtology, but what can happen is the things that you do and you actually put out there, it can come back to you. And how do we know this? Rewind, Nima! I believe Lizzo was in Amsterdam, where she was talking about the fact that she wanted to stop by a certain strip club and do this.
But I'm trying to go to the show where you eat the banana out the Which one is that?
This is a banana bar.
That's the banana bar?
Yeah,
and they have the banana in the coochie?
And ping pong balls.
And you have to go.
Yes. And
that's what I want to do.
Then you have to eat it.
I need my potassium, if you know what I'm saying. My potassium.
That's a very interesting statement by Lizzo, isn't it? And it's so funny because one of the dancers that really loved Lizzo actually was one of her biggest fans. You see, here's her clip right here.
Surprise! Hi, what's up? It's Ariana Davis from season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. I know, you're probably thinking, why is she here? What is she doing auditioning for season 2? The short answer is, I'm a singer. And I just want to share that part of me with y'all. I know, I've been on tour. I've been working with Lizzo for some months, maybe close to a year now. And it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. And she's probably going to be like, girl, what are you doing? But anyway, I figured though I might as well shoot my shot. I mean, I don't think she knows that I can sing. And the biggest thing about me is that I always say this, but dance is my first love and music is my passion. And if I was to be chosen for the cast of season 2 of Watch Out for the Big Girls, I don't know. I just think that it would mean the world to me to share my voice. I think my voice has gone quiet for too long. And I think that I have a story that people need to hear because I think they can relate to it. And I think it can help change lives and, you know, do what Lizzo's doing. I look up to her so much, and I just want to follow in her footsteps and not only be an amazing dancer, but be an amazing singer and storyteller. I love to write music. I love to sing. And I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself. Yeah. Choose me to be part of the singing group. I know I'm already a dancer, but I can sing too. So yeah.
No, that's odd. That's her praising Lizzo. Glad to see Lizzo. Wants to be everything like Lizzo. Even kind of looks like. God damn. But then there's this other young lady who has a different testimony, who was also a Lizzo fan at first.
I feel unsafe. I feel disrespected. And I have never experienced such treatment in the 7 years that I've been doing this. And she then proceeded to prove all of those things right by balling up her fist and saying, "You're so effing lucky. You're so effing lucky." Basically alluding to hitting me, that she's not going to hit me, as she's inching towards me. And then one of our fellow dance mates and her best friend comes and pulls her back from assaulting me.
Lizzo's persona is one thing, but that after listening to these 3 brave ladies, that the reality is different.
It's hard to love yourself in a world that doesn't love you back. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to do it so boldly.
You see, guys, there's a saying for certain people who have celebrities and people they mimic: never meet your heroes, because eventually you'll be thoroughly disappointed. But you know what? It really has everything to do with this. You see, a lot of women, when they were expressing themselves, and I'm talking about in a very sexual way, in their music, they never thought that nobody would combat it, because men couldn't combat it. Men had nothing to do with it. But you see, as these women started making more money and then men started to get a little bit more wise, men started checking their P's and Q's, you know, not harassing women as much as before, or allegedly men started taking video recordings and things like that. So who are these groupies coming after now? Other women. Remember, even Janet Jackson now has like all kind of human resource management that deals with sexual harassment on the road for fear that one of her ladies might sue her concert staff. So Lizzo never saw this coming. She felt that being an empowering female and doing whatever she wanted to do, allegedly, women would just accept it. And for a while, they did accept it. Now, Lizzo has come out and pushed back on these claims, calling them false. But Lizzo now looks just as bad as somebody like Chris Brown. I won't say that bad. Trey Songz. But guess what? The groupies are coming after her. They're just plus size groupies, if you want to think about it. You see, the reality is this. What you put out there to the world is something that can come back to haunt you. And a lot of the ladies out there that are living a sexually free lifestyle, explicit lifestyle, you know, like somebody like Sukihana, somebody who works for Sukihana can easily say, well, she tried to lick my feet, or she tried to put her ass on me. And it will be very easy to believe it, even if she didn't do it, because of the way that Sukihana carries herself. All a woman has to say is, you see, Sukihana did this. And all that you need to do is go and look at her videos, and you can see history of her videos, of her acting in that way, which will already paint the picture that she's guilty. Now, look at Lizzo. She equally is culpable in that way. Ladies like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, the things they talk about, all somebody has to do is, once they get inside of their organizations, is to say, you know what, Cardi B did X, Y, and Z to me also, and this person did this to me also, and they forced me to eat bananas. Now, there's no real evidence of that, but here's the situation when it comes to women. Women blaming women. You know what the outcome is? Women still don't get punished. See, they didn't recognize that fact. You see, if a woman accuses a man of something, that man suffers, and that woman goes scot-free. But see, the reality is when there's no man in the picture, the woman being accused will suffer. The woman who's the accuser is still gonna go scot-free. Even if it's not true, it's still damaging to her brand. So Lizzo just took the place of what a man typically would get, and now it's her. You know what that's called? I believe that's called gender equality. Isn't that what a lot of ladies been wanting? The ability to get treated equally in some of these stances? Here we go. This is what we got. We have ladies accusing Lizzo of doing something that men are typically accused of doing, and she's saying that it's not true. But hey, you know, Lizzo's been on the side, I'm pretty sure, of ladies who said, hey, I've been sexually harassed. She's a big time supporter of black women, a big time supporter of the LGBTQ. Did you ever believe that it would be the same people that you say that are not supported would be the same group of folks that will be coming after you? See, that's what people don't understand. Everybody who looks like you and pretends to like what you got are your friends. And again, people come in disguise all the time. You know, the one girl was like, oh my, happy music. Oh my God, I love Lizzo. Lizzo is so great. Oh my God, I want to be just like her. Oh my God. And it could be that she wanted to get on with Lizzo and couldn't get on with Lizzo. And this is her way of getting back at Lizzo for not letting her get on, saying that all of these things were the case, that she made us do this, and they all could be in cahoots against Lizzo. But that's the price you pay when you live a lifestyle that is very open, and you talk about it and you're out there twerking. You make it believable that you would do that. That's the point. While you are sexually liberated and sexually free in your content, you make it very possible for folks to say like, yeah, she did that. Like, look at her. She's doing it on Instagram Live. She's twerking all the time. She's always doing something sexual. Yeah, she did that. Yeah, she talks about it all the time. Yeah, that's definitely her. How could it not be her? That's what she does. And it could not even be true. We don't know if it's true. I don't really know if it's true. But I will tell you guys all the time, be very careful for how you talk about things, how you carry yourself with things, especially sexual things. It can get you in a lot of trouble. Always be mysterious. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Which for all you do, scare the bell. We're out.